Hello, everybody. Welcome.
I hadn't seen that before. That was cool.
That was
Yeah,
hype
great.
as
Welcome to
hell,
Oddballs.
dude.
Oh my god! I was expecting at the end for like a JP, like game master look. You know, like JP with a, with like, you know,
with like a
time
gun
out.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do GMs and DMs and all the M's have
And
like
PMs.
Yeah, Prime Masters. Why do they all have robes? Right? Is it because we're so
They're
lazy
evil.
we can't think of how to dress them? They're
It's
just like
'cause
all
they-
dressed like the Emperor.
Hey, robes are very comfortable.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
why does that always
listen,
have to be?
I'm not biased or anything, but they are very comfortable.
Hello,
They always
welcome
play the
back.
bad guys.
We've been away for so long. I missed you all so much. We've been away so long that Ken grew ears and
a beard.
Octo, yeah, Octo has wrapped himself in
I've become
the
one with the
stars.
universe. Yeah.
Morgan
got
actually
shelves.
has a background.
Yeah, it's not just a blank wall anymore.
Yeah,
Don't look
and
down
Elspeth,
or up though, because these are the only shelves that have anything on them.
and Elspeth Elspeth has an animal.
Got a
now.
dog.
Yeah,
This is
I have
crazy.
an animal. Yeah. I was thinking
You
of
have
naming her
somebody to take care
Jezebel,
of.
but
Yeah.
Then people would ask
more-
you why, and
she's
then you'd be like,
Leo.
"Well, I played a little girl once who shot a guy in the leg, and it just reminded me of this awesome dog." And so,
yeah.
before I tell you, I need to ask: do any of you remember what happened last time? It's literally
Yes.
been 3 weeks. Do any
I'm
of
in
you
a
remember?
cult.
Yes.
Yeah. I sort of
True.
remember what happened to me and Clarence.
He got locked away in balls.
Yeah, I went in and I saw basically the creation of some kind of, or unearthing, I should say, of some kind of entity. And then the entity was like near me and I got freaked out and ran away. And then we found out that time functions differently within the balls. So when we enter the balls is important because it changes what we experience.
Yeah,
So
and so
they
the two
figured
of
that
you
out.
waited around a bunch. Yeah, the story last time was split into 2 stories, really. There was the story of Clarence and the story of Eddie, and the two of them working together to try and figure out how the balls actually worked. And in doing so, Eddie was trapped temporarily on the other side at basically very close to 0 hour, at the very creation of the balls, where nothing was there. It was just flat land. So you weren't exactly at the beginning, because one would imagine there'd be nothing there. But you were very close to the beginning, and you saw the first scientists and engineers come across, and they dug up something, whatever that was, and it murdered the hell out of them, and then came for you, but you managed to get out just in time.
Yeah.
And it was, as far as you're aware, it's the red-eyed creature that was trying to lure you with, I don't know, it's trying to whisper in your ear and get at you a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what? I wasn't having any of that.
No, you ran very quickly away.
I ran, yeah. And by I'm not having any of that, I mean I ran the hell away.
Trying to take the chew from you. Oh god.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, in the future version of the Oddballs, Fern and Sam had run across Johnny. And as you know, Johnny he killed one of the agents. He killed one of the agents. He shot young Alistair. He took the two of you and dragged you over to Frank because he was going to try and get back in Frank's good graces. Because as you learn, Johnny is sort of the outcast. He's put at the school and told to watch the school, but there's nothing really at the school. He's just told to watch the school. No one there likes him. And as you see, Frank, who you thought was kind of like a good dude, beats the shit out of Johnny. Just slaps him around. And he's kind of a cult leader.
He kind of deserved it.
We
Sure.
shot him. I mean, that was a dick move. So I can't
True.
get too mad at him for just punching him up a little bit. That would be hypocritical. And I may be a bitch, but I'm not a hypocrite. Light in the
So
commitment.
yeah, and now you're in a cult. When you get there, Frank
Sam.
welcomes you. He recognizes you, Fern, because the two of you have spent a lot of time together, much of which you don't seem to remember. According to Frank, the two of you went to the facility, as he called it, which is basically just, it's not the place you know. It's not the portal room that you know. It is this underground structure that one would assume is the temple that this creature, whatever this red-eyed thing is, it's where this creature lives. And you have been there with him before. Even after the whole forest thing. You've spent time here, but you don't remember any of that. Something about that doesn't ring true to you. Your brother's not here, but you remember them saying your brother was here at one point. Something's off. Like something's just not right. And you definitely feel that, Fern. So you were trying to figure out answers. You were trying to get answers. You were trying to sort of go along with whatever's going on there. And at the same time, Sam, you hear there's this temple and there's this red-eyed thing. And you've been there before. You've seen that in a moment. And so you too are wondering when you probably came in to the portal. And maybe you were in that room. Maybe that's all there was here. Maybe you experienced 0 hour. And so the two of you agreed to go to the facility with Frank won't go with you. You're just going to go alone and attempt to bring Frank back something that can help him make these 2 new balls. And if he can make those balls, he believes he can open a portal and get everyone out. However, you don't know. You have no idea if that's actually going to work. But according to Frank, there are parts, there are metals that you can find in this temple that will help you sort of build these new balls and get out of there.
Excuse you.
That sounded like a warning. That sounded like a warning growl. Like, don't do it.
She groans whenever she stretches, so she's just laying down. I'm sorry.
Very
It wasn't me. It was the dog.
At some point,
And
my
then-
dog will start hacking up a lung. So that's
Yeah,
important too.
my dog.
Yeah.
She's very noisy. So
And the two of you decided to stay around, and the next morning you were going to go out and attempt to breach the vault / temple / whatever this thing is that you really don't know about. And that night you stayed around, and they brought you weird mushrooms and strange foods. And these old ladies were like, "Oh, young girls, oh, so nice of them to be here." And then you met 2 weird twins that finish each other's lines that may or may not be psychic, that kind of look like lizard kids. And you definitely are in it now. And you're sleeping in a metal shack in the deep end of a pool. It's kind of where you live right now. And you're in the
Goals, honestly.
pool facility. Yeah. You're in the pool facility, and I think that's everything. Can you remember anything else that is of importance to you? Things that you wanted to know this time? Because we're going to jump in full steam ahead.
yes, there were, but now they
Like what?
escape me because when Fern asked, or was it Fern or Sam? One of us asked the old lady, like, do you remember me or do you recognize me or something? And she was like, well, of course we do. And like, they all know them, but they're all so cool with them not aging like at all since the incident of when like the facility was destroyed. Because I think that's in this timeline where the members of the cult aged, and yet they're cool with Fern and Sam like not aging, and they also know that they were present at the explosion, because I think it was an explosion, right? Like they were all there, these members of the cult, and then so like they recognize them, but they're just like, oh, it's whatever. So my question is, like, why are they cool with it? I think you said before, like they were just insane, like they'd been there so long that they're like, yeah, it's whatever.
They are very insane. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good to know. So Sam and Fern are trapped in an insane cult. That's cool.
I mean, you agreed to it, so that's how most people get started in cults.
We had to.
That's how most people get
we were
started.
kind of forced in there. We didn't agree to it. Like Johnny was like, "You're here now."
But they treat us like family, so
Yeah, but they
maybe
feed
they
us
are a
like
new community.
moldy cheese or something.
I know, we for sure have to get out of here.
It's bad.
I'm just glad that he's letting us go.
Ugh. As far as we know.
So
Yeah.
we start this episode from the perspective of Clarence and Eddie, who have just come through the portal. And they find themselves standing at the edge of the forest, right near where Fern's house would be in our reality. And they look around, and it's very quiet and very sort of hot and saturated with heat. But the dust isn't blowing. There doesn't appear to be any sandstorms or anything. For the first time, you come through, and it seems relatively calm on the other side. Where do you go? What is your what are you trying to do?
Clarence,
Yeah.
it's very quiet and very hot and saturated with heat.
Yeah.
Moisture, is moisture the right word? Saturated with, you know what I mean? It's like
It's very
sticky.
humid here.
Hot and humid. Yeah.
It's quiet. It's a little too quiet.
Yeah. He's gonna be ready for anything, right? You got your scepter.
Oh yeah, I do have my weapon of choice, right? I'm assuming. I think I don't even remember what we decided to bring in. Probably the standard affair.
I assume they would go back to the hole. This is where we always go.
I mean,
Can I look around for signs of like, has anybody been around here or anything like that?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm bad at this though, but I can
That's
try.
fine. Yeah. Give me. You don't have to investigate to save your life, but give me a mind roll, and let's see. Or
Has to shoot.
Can
yeah, you can ask a shoe, or you can try a different path. You can see like you could maybe use contact just to like got to give you some ideas. You can maybe use contact, which is a heart roll, to ask Clarence if he notices anything, and then you can buff his roll.
Oh.
Okay.
Clarence, can you see if there's any? Listen, I'm contacting you as a friend. Look, I put my hand on his shoulder. I have contact with you right now because I'm asking you, do you notice anything weird? Are there people, have people been here? Do you see anything?
Power of friendship.
Sure. Well, let's not get crazy, but yeah, sure.
Do I roll a contact heart roll?
Yeah.
The answer is 2.
Jesus.
Yeah. That is if you want to look around, Clarence, and see if you notice anything, I will give you the bonuses there.
Investigate.
Yes, sir.
He gave me some bonuses.
Well, good thing you have the bonuses. Yeah. You notice that while there is no sand blowing and there is no wild winds, that the dust, the red dust of the earth itself, there's footprints in it. They haven't been blown away. You can see multiple footprints going in many directions, but the only one that matters to you are the small footprints that you see walking by. They appear to be that of, let's say, a 13-ish-year-old girl.
There's footprints like all around us, and like get down, like start measuring with my hand. Yeah, this looks like to be about the same size as. Yeah, maybe this is like a 13-year-old. I would say. Yeah.
Do we know?
Right in the middle of puberty.
Do we know any 13-year-olds?
What? How old's Fern?
I think she's like 7. I don't know. I never asked.
Well, there's definitely a kid here.
This is close enough. Let's follow him.
Yeah.
Fern likes kids.
So you can see that it comes from one direction and goes back another direction. So obviously, at some point, they came out here looking for the trailer, didn't see it, walked back. The question that you have to ask yourself is, do you go from where they came from, or do you go to where they went to?
Where they came from? I guess.
Listen, I'll defer to you on this one. And this.
Wait, let me ask the shoe.
Should we go where they came from or where they're going to?
I think it's
Damn it.
probably.
She was
Probably
just
where
like,
they're going
I'm
to,
you,
actually.
Eddie. All right, so you want to go where they're going?
That's a good joke.
Yeah,
Shu.
yeah.
You're way funnier than me.
All right, so the two of you begin to follow the footprints, and as you do, you eventually come across a scene on the ground. There's a dead woman that you do not recognize, and she has bled out on the ground, and there is also more blood in another spot on the ground, but there's nobody there. And you can see a trail of blood sort of leaving the area. And instead of footprints, it's more of a footprint and a slide. A footprint and a slide. Another footprint and a slide leading off, and then it sort of falls off for a little bit. And then there's nothing there. There's no path. There's nothing there. But you see that there are 3 sets of footprints leading towards, and you can see it from this place, the outskirts of town. Which way do you go? Which group do you follow?
Oh, okay, so somebody got hurt.
I mean, yeah, she's right there.
No, like somebody walked away from this, like someone had a hurt leg or something, like they step and they like kind of drag their leg. I don't guess we recognize the lady on the ground at all, do we? We wouldn't know her.
You do not. You've never seen this person. However, you can roll a comprehend if you have that, and maybe something will trigger. Yeah, you don't know this woman, but boy, does something about her remind you of Alistair. In fact, all the Alistairs. Something about her. She's wearing, maybe it's the suit she was wearing. Maybe it's sort of the look of her. You don't know, but something about her seems a little off. You can investigate her and discover something if you want.
Of course. If there's the opportunity.
Yeah, go for it. You don't notice anything. You can re-roll, but you don't notice anything on first glance.
Don't touch her, gross. It's a dead body, man.
It's a clue, okay? We gotta.
Yeah, well, I'm not touching that clue because it's gross.
I'll re-roll.
Is there like a stick nearby that I can poke the body?
There are, I mean,
yeah.
There are sticks. Yes, there are many sticks nearby. You're sort of out in the. Yeah, you poke her, and
she like super dead.
It is the first time you ever poked anything where there was no sort of like reflex or something that it's literally just meat. You're just like poking meat. She's definitely dead, and it's something that Eddie has never like experienced before. It's a lifeless thing. Clarence, you notice while looking over her body that on one of her hands there's a weird tan line around one of her fingers. And to you, it rings as there having been a ring there, but now that ring is gone.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like a long shot, but like the ring I got on my finger, like stick it up there. It's like the same width. There's like a thinner female like ring, you know, like women tend to wear like the more thinner bands, and the men's wedding bands are way thicker.
It is the exact same thickness and the exact same, as you can tell, like style. There is no special tan line about it. It looks pretty much like what yours would look like if you could get it off.
Right.
Yeah. She
Like, hold her
definitely had a
hand
ring
up.
at one point.
Like hold her hand up to Eddie. Look, there, she used to have a ring on here. It's like the same size. Maybe she's like the female version of Alistair or something. Does that work?
I mean, well, I mean, if there are infinite universes, which there are, then there's probably a universe where Alistair's a girl. Would Alistette? What would the name be? What's the female version of Alistair? Alistan?
So do you think there's like a female version of me out there somewhere?
Probably.
You think I'm like pretty or something? Or
I mean, you're pretty now, Clarence.
oh, you're ruggedly handsome.
Yeah, I know.
This is adorable.
So the two of you stand around this body, sort of appreciating each other more than what you've learned. And you feel the winds begin to pick back up. And
I'm
they
feeling the winds
while
beginning to pick back up, Clarence.
and while they are not blowing heavily, you do know that at some point they will blow away the footprints. So the choice must be made. Which direction do you go?
So the
You
choices
follow
were
the So the choices are there's the slightly bleeding it appears someone sort of hobbled away footprints, or the 3 footprints going towards town.
which one has the smaller footprints with it?
The ones
Where are
going
they
towards
going?
town.
Okay.
I say we go towards town. That's my vote.
Yeah, if all this blood, whoever that is probably dead anyway.
Yeah, I mean, plus, what if the guy who's what if the thing he's dragging, what if it's not his foot? What if he's got a bazooka? What if he's just like dragging it along with him? And that's the thing. I don't want to fight.
It could be like another Alistair or something, because if this isn't Alistair and they took the ring and they knew about the ring, and then that person could be dangerous. I say we go towards town too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So the two of you head towards town, following these footprints as quickly as you can, as the wind starts to pick up, and you can see sort of the edges of the footprints sort of dematerializing and blowing away. And you arrive at the edge of town just as the wind starts to really pick up, and it begins to blow faster and faster. And as you enter the streets, the dusty streets of town, the last of the footprints sort of disappears.
Should we hello?
Is anybody there?
Like kind of hunker down behind him a little bit. Oh God.
Yeah, as you say that, you hear sort of another echo of yourself in the walls of the empty streets go like, hello, hello. But you hear someone say something back. And it sounds like you there, but you can't make it out. The wind is sort of blocking the noise from getting to your ears.
Does it look like any? Are there any doors that are open on buildings nearby or anything? Like, looks like anything's been moved.
Give me an investigate, or find a way to help Clarence investigate.
Hey, Clarence. Huh? Do you notice? Does it look like anybody's been here? I mean, other than the footprints, do you see anything that looks like somebody's moved something, or
like a door or something? Now look.
Yeah, sure. Or window. I'm not going to discriminate here.
Oh my God! Yeah,
there's someone right there.
You literally just turn and see a figure in a doorway, like signaling to you to come over as the winds begin to pick up more and more, and it's less of what you're used to and more of an actual sandstorm. This is bad. It is getting in your face, and the red dust seems to be picking up and moving down the street in a wall of dust. And you see a figure like come on, like screaming at you to come over in the
Right there, Eddie.
moments right
There's somebody in the
storm.
doorway.
Whoa,
I say, come on.
I mean, do we know who it is?
No, it's a
No, I
shadowy
don't think
figure.
we really
You
have a
don't know.
choice. We gotta get out of the
I mean-
storm.
This is really dumb. Okay, all right. You know what? This isn't even half of the dumbest thing I've done today. Let's go.
So the two of you run through this storm towards this doorway, and you just explode into the room, like run right past the person at the door and fall to the ground as the wall of sand almost hits you. And you turn and look up, and it's a man in his, at least from what you can tell, late 30s. He seems ragged, has sort of tufts of blonde hair, and he's wrapped up in plastic and weird cloths and ripped fabrics, and it sort of makes a robe around him. And he looks down at you, but doesn't say anything.
Ooh, yeah, there's no this. Is he favoring one leg or anything? Does he have like one leg wrapped up or anything crazy like that?
He's in a weird cloth, plastic, like scrap robe, but he's definitely limping to one side, or at least standing to one side.
Right. Oh, it's Clarence. We actually both of us would know that we dropped off Johnny in here.
You would definitely know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, is this your house, sir?
As he steps into the light, it becomes very clear that even though he has aged badly, you're looking at an older Johnny.
I knew he'd come back. Damn it! Hey, Johnny. How are you doing?
Well, this is awkward.
Bergman? Is that you?
Yeah. We got the portal back open and came in here to try to find you. Right, Eddie?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly whatever he says. What we were doing is exactly what we were doing. So anything that he says is I'm gonna corroborate it.
I've never been so happy to see you. Oh my God. He like runs over and hugs you, Clarence.
Oh, like give him the pat on the back.
Oh, it's like a strong hug. He is hugging you hard, and he lets go and he looks at Eddie and sort of shakes him. He's like, we don't have any time. I can't believe you're here. Fern and Samantha, they're with Frank. They're going to be sent to the facility, and we have to stop them. We have to stop them from going.
Wait. Whoa. Okay, great. We know that they're here, but wait, what's the facility? Who's Frank?
Frank! He runs this place, Frank!
Frank.
I don't think we met Frank.
Have we met Frank? I don't think we met Frank. Have we met Frank?
I pull. Excuse me. I pull Clarence. Do we know a Frank?
What was Fern's brother's name? Freddie or something like that?
I think it's like Jerry or like Jamal or something. I don't remember, something like that.
I don't remember Frank.
Yeah,
It wasn't the guy that was falling down the stairs, was it? Who was that guy?
I don't know. Who was that?
Johnny's just looking at the two of you like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. we have to save them. We have to save them. If they go into the facility, they're done. They don't know what's down there. I know what's down there. I've seen it. Eddie, you have to trust me. We need to go. I can stop them. I can stop Frank. I just need your help.
Well, I mean, okay, sure. I mean, now listen, the important thing is we got to save We got to save Fern and Sam, and that's
Yes,
the-
but we have to stop Frank too.
Yeah, of course,
Sure.
of course. We'll stop, Frank.
yeah, all right, sure.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how happy this makes me. All right, so in a few hours, they're going to send Fern and Samantha to the facility. We need to be waiting for them. When they come out of the homes, we need to be there. Okay? We need to stop them.
How do we get
Okay.
there through the sandstorm?
And he looks at the sandstorm and he just like goes, shit! I don't know.
So wait, well, first of all, where are they? And two, what's the facility? What's so dangerous about it?
They're at their homes. They're at the homes in the town. And
Okay.
the facility is it's not the facility. They just call it the facility not to scare people. It's the place where it lives.
Okay. You're just making this sound like an industrial goth club right now. Like that but what is there? What is it?
It has red eyes and it knows things about you.
Wait. Oh. Wait.
What was that? You know, Eddie, you just went white. Are you okay?
Yeah. I think I met that thing.
Where?
Well, remember when you put me in the portal and then you got me out and I was there for a while and I saw these guys and they dug up this like shadow thing and then it came towards me and I was gonna try and do like an ET like, you know, Elliot kind of thing with it, but I don't think it wanted to do that.
You met it? And it
Yeah.
didn't kill you?
No, I mean not yet.
What did it want?
I don't know. I asked what its name was and it didn't really give me an answer. Then it started to, I think it wanted to eat my soul or something, which would have been a pretty cool way to go, but I'm just not quite ready for that yet.
Did you talk to it? Did it?
I mean, a little bit.
Did it reach out to you, Eddie?
I think so. But I mean, I didn't, I wasn't about that. I need some time before I really, commit to something like that. So I tactically retreated.
We can't let Fern or Samantha touch it. We can't let them touch it. If they go there, they'll touch it. We can't let them touch it.
Well, what happens
what
if you
does
touch
it do? Yeah, I want to know.
I don't know. Bad things happen.
I mean,
Okay,
hey, that's reason enough for me.
Well, where is the
we've had
facility?
enough bad things today.
How far away is it?
In the storm, it's hard to tell. It's outside town. It's to the north.
And like kind of get down to some of the dirt on the ground and start like drawing out like the little makeshift map in the dirt. Okay, so yeah, I mean things have changed. Things aren't quite the way they used to be, but the town you remember back where we all came from. This is the school here. This is your house here. This is Vern's house is out here, and like make kind of a makeshift thing. Where from where? I think we're around here. Where would it be?
The mark he makes on your map is here. If you can see that.
Let me get my character sheet out of the way.
On your screen right there. The mark he makes in your map is there.
I still have the
It is past the forest, and it is
okay. I see it way down at the bottom.
Yeah, it is right near, strangely enough, where the ranger station was originally at. It's like a little up the path from the ranger station.
Is that where Sam was like tapping on the window and something was looking at her and all that?
It's a little up the path from that. Yeah.
That's pretty far away from where we are, too.
It is pretty far away from where you're at.
Okay, well, looking around, is there anything I think that we can use to actually be able to go out in the storm? Or we probably can't even, like, looking out the window if we can we even see? Like,
you can't see anything out there. It's bad. The place you're in right now, much like most of the homes here, as you've discovered in your many trips, it's just an empty, there's not even stairs built. It's almost a facade. It's just a box that you're in right now with windows.
I guess it was
best you can do right now is wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say just wait it out and like maybe try to leave quickly whenever it starts dying down.
I mean, I'm not going down there.
Well, the two of you, I'll take the average. Will the two of you roll me a RD12?
I got a 4.
Flash or space 1D12.
And Ken got a 1.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say we'll do 3 for the sake of this. The two of you sit in the corner and Johnny's just like, we should just rest. We should just rest for now. And when the storm passes, we'll go. But for now, we should close our eyes and sleep, right? Right? And he sort of like plops down at the other end of this square box you're in and wraps himself up and closes his eyes.
I don't trust this. I kind of pull Clarence aside. I don't know if we should really all be sleeping at the same time. I mean, who's gonna set? Is there an alarm clock here? How are we gonna know when to wake up?
Oh, I mean, I'm not tired, you know.
Yeah, I'm not tired either.
I think of all of us, I've had the shortest day so far.
Yeah. Listen. Well, if we're gonna rest, let's keep watch. We'll cycle it out, and I mean, I'm not that tired, so. I mean, what do you want to? Do we have any other options? I guess we got to stay here until the storm goes down, huh?
Yeah, you can't really make it outside.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, I feel I'm pretty perceptive. I can sit here and watch if you need to take a rest or anything, and then depending on how long we have to stay here, you know, you and Johnny can hang out.
Oh boy.
But man, do you think it's weird? You thought I think he'd be kind of bitter, you know, after we kind of stuck him in here, and he's old and stuff now, and probably a little crazy. You think he's gonna like try to like, you know, Johnny us later down the road or anything?
I mean, that's a distinct possibility, but honestly, that seems like a better death than having our souls ripped through our anuses by this shadow monster or whatever it's gonna do to us.
But it's so metal.
Yeah, it's pretty metal, actually. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sick.
Well, if he gets crazy, just remember he got shot in the leg, right? And it probably never really healed right because.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I don't think it was healed. We can either like run away from him, or you can like hit him in the leg with your mace.
Yeah, like double cripple him. Yeah, they super can't chase us.
It's terrible people, just the worst people.
We're just making plans for when he betrays us, you know.
So what's the plan with you staying awake? Are you going to stay awake first, Clarence, and let Eddie sleep?
Yeah, well, I imagine we really don't know how long we have to stay here.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have context for how long. I guess because one person's just always going to have to be awake to see if the sandstorm subsides and when it does.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Clarence, will you roll for me a what would this roll be? A
stay awake roll?
Yeah, a stay awake. I'm trying to figure out what that roll would be.
I always feel like it would be
maybe a heart. Probably, well, definitely like a heart or mind, right?
Yeah, just give me a straight heart roll. That's fine.
Yeah. Nope. Oh my
Okay,
god.
cool.
nice. Wow. All right.
Yeah, you sit down and you just stare forward at Johnny, your tormentor of many years, who is now sort of old, and all that terror you felt for this guy when he was a young, angry teen is sort of gone because he's a little pathetic now. He looks to be a mess, and the winds of the sandstorm sort of smack against the walls of the home, and the uh scene sort of fades away, and Fern and Sam wake up to the same sound that you heard as it smacks against the walls of the pool that they're in. And the sort of rafters and the top row of glass of this swimming pool facility shake under the violence of this wind. But you wake up and there's some light, so you can tell it's early morning, and you did promise today was the day that you go out and explore the facility and find the stuff for Frank. Most of the people around you seem unaffected by the noise. They're probably used to it. Most people are sleeping. You can hear some noises, some sounds like scampering, but mostly the noise of people sleeping, some sighs, some snores, but mostly people seem to be out of it.
Was the
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh,
I want to look for some type of like goggles and coverings and that kind of thing for a journey.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the pool, if you use the ladder or the steps in the shallow end, out of the pool around where you would normally hang towels are many, many, many sets of coats and goggles and things these people would wear once they left this facility. Right now, most of them are in really awful looking, dirty shirts and pants and things that they probably had for 50 some years.
Any helmets or anything?
No helmets, but there are goggles.
Goggles, yeah. On the off chance, do they have flashlights or anything that provides like a flame, maybe like matches?
I mean, I have a lighter.
There are
Right.
Yeah, there are
like
no
some type of,
matches.
like stick or
Yeah.
torch.
So we could have just something that we could, because it's probably going to be dark,
Yes.
right?
One of the things you
Well-
note is that there's no matches. There are no actual fires in this facility. But there are kind of rigged up electrical lighting that glows very low. And so last night when it was dark, it was bright considering where you were, but now you notice how really low they are, and they make like a weird. So the electricity flowing through is probably pretty volatile. Whatever they've rigged up probably isn't the safest thing in the world, but
Okay.
yeah, you notice like when they served you food last night, it wasn't cooked food. They've been scrounging for a long time and are probably used to it, but there's no fires of any sort.
Okay. Well,
We'll try to find some fuel on the way or some wood or something.
I mean, something that we can use, because it's probably going to be all shadowy,
It's like,
dark.
for sure going to be shadowy and dark.
Yeah, it's going to be real scary. I feel like we're going to need to see. I don't know if we can just huddle around your ladder the whole time.
Well, I know, and it's like she totally does not like fire or light. Like we had success. Like we had success trying to make her go away. So we need to have some type of
Oh, you mean
flamethrower plan.
shadow me.
Yeah. Shadow girl.
Right.
Also,
Well-
nobody likes fire, and it's fun. So it's kind of like win-win. So I think it's a good idea. We should look for wood.
Okay. All right. So any branches or anything like that, maybe.
Yeah.
How close are we to woods around here, I wonder?
I don't know, we
Well,
don't find
from
any in the
your
woods.
knowledge, you don't need to wonder about this. You've been there enough to know that north of town are literally a massive amount of woods.
Okay.
Like their entire
Alright.
forest is up there.
Do we see any tools like axe?
Oh, there
saw,
are. Yeah,
some type
there
of-
are very sharp but crudely made axes and knives and sort of saws that are against the wall as well.
All right, we should
Cool.
probably load up on some of these things.
I definitely won't take an axe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm real
That's
good at
badass.
splitting wood.
I know you are, girl, and other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you guys take? I assume you take all the cloaks and headpieces, yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Okay,
God, we're
and
gonna
an
look so
axe?
cool.
What else do you take?
A saw.
We
Definitely
took
goggles.
goggles,
I
right?
want,
We took the
I
goggles,
want to take 2 more pairs of goggles in case we run into
right?
the boys.
Sure. Two
Okay.
goggles. 2 more goggles.
Is there any bandages like cloth or anything?
No, there's nothing like that you can tell.
Because we might get bit by something. Knowing us, we'll probably get injured.
There's a high probability.
High probability of injury. Okay. Yeah, weapons, clothing, knives. Trying to figure out what else we would really need.
You can bring the knives if you
Okay.
want.
Yes.
What now?
You can bring the
Oh, yeah.
knives if you want.
I thought we yeah, definitely knives. I feel like knives
You
would
want
be
the
good to
saw
have.
then too, or are you trying to bring everything?
Yeah, saw.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
why
we have
do
an
we need
axe.
the saw, though, really.
axe.
Let's ask ourselves,
Yeah,
why do we need the saw?
because it's there.
Fair enough.
With the
It's good enough for me. Let's bring the saw.
saw.
Sure. Will the two of you roll a RD6 for me?
Okay, sure thing.
3 and 6. Oh my lord. Well, the good news is that going through everything that you have an axe, you have knives, plural, so that's 2 knives. You have 1 saw, that's 4 things already, plus what you're wearing, plus 2 goggles. Good news is, while Fern can only carry 3 things, looks like Sam can carry all of it if she wants to. The two of you are, you are fit as fiddles, so you can do this.
Sweet.
Yeah, you pack up everything.
Hands our pack rat.
Yeah, you put it on, and the question becomes, do you tell people you're leaving, or you just leave? No one's going to try and stop you. They know where you're going, and really there's no way else out of here, so do you just go?
Do we know where we're going?
We don't.
To the facility in the north. To the facility north. You truly don't know. You just know that it's north of here.
I feel like we should at least tell somebody that we're going and not just leave. Because, I mean, these are like the only people in here. And even though they're crazy, we should probably just let them know. Because if someone that's not crazy comes looking for us, and they'll be like, they went that way. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
at least tell them.
So who do you tell? Where do you go?
Is there an old lady hanging around? I don't know if I want to talk to Frank.
I mean, Frank would probably be the best. He'd probably know where it is.
There are many old ladies. Most of them still sleep. No one's up at this moment. It's very early in the morning.
Well, I think we should just tell Frank. I mean, he's the one that's sending us on this mission. I don't really like talking to Frank, but
Do we know where to find him?
I don't know. I kind of know what he looks like. Maybe there's some way to discern him among all of these people.
Yeah, the two of you can investigate. Investigate roll for me. See if you can see where Frank might live.
Sorry, I'm getting there.
You're fine. Do we get our luck points back, by the way?
You did. You slept. So get those luck
Okay,
points
great.
back.
Great.
Yeah. Sam, you've seen enough weird culty stuff in your life. You've watched movies. You're up on things that you notice at the far end of the pool, in the deepest end of the pool, appears to be one of the metal shacks that looks the nicest, seems the biggest, and has sort of drapes over the doorway that no one else has. To you, it seems very obvious where Frank is.
All right, I guess we'll head over there and see if we can find him. He's awake.
Absolutely, ma'am.
So the two of
Okay,
you
let's go.
sort of make your way through the very tight, what do you even call them, streets, walkways of this town in the pool. Thankfully, it's a big pool, so you can get around and not everyone's too cramped. But you make your way through this passage, and you come to the area where you met Frank for the first time, where he slapped Johnny, where he showed you these two balls he was working on, and that whole desk lab that he had set up is covered with a sheet, and behind that is the entranceway to Frank's hovel.
Do we hear anything like snoring?
You don't hear anything coming out of it, no.
I'm sure Frank snores. I mean,
Definitely snores. I mean,
Yes.
that's a guy that looks like he snores.
totally.
Yeah, you don't hear anything coming out of it right now, but you're a little bit too far away, and there's a lot of noise from all the other people because it's so cramped.
I don't know if we should. Well, maybe we should go in. I'll go in. I ain't scared. I just think, maybe he like sleeps with a shotgun or something.
I bet he does. Ew. I wonder if he
Let's just-
sleeps with his shirt off. Ew.
What if he sleeps in the nude?
I bet he's all wrinkly.
Somewhere in the shack where Eddie is, he just goes, ugh, and he doesn't know why.
Okay, I'll go in first. I'll just kind of like, call out and see if he's there.
Okay, but if he's
Okay.
naked, I want you to run out of there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, I'm not looking.
Okay.
Fern will definitely look.
Yeah, Fern, you peek your head inside past this curtain, and what you see is, unlike every other home/hovel/shack that's here, yours had like crappy rags on the floor. There weren't any pillows or anything. You had like an awful plate. Inside of here, the rags are not rags. They're more like old sheets strewn across the floor. And there are pillows that definitely appear to be from many of the homes in the area because they're all different shapes and sizes on the ground as well. And sleeping on one of the biggest, what appears to be an actual mattress, is Frank. And around him, you've often wondered, how come we only see older people? Like, why are there only little kids? Like, clearly someone had to have these kids. Around Frank are strewn numerous 20 to 30 something men and women, all laying in various states of clothing, laying around him. And he is in the middle with his like shirt kind of open. This is the first time you've seen him without his full getup. And Frank,
Oh, God, it's an orgy.
Frank doesn't look as bad as you think he would look. He's old, but kind of like a sexy old. Something like a man, like a man who has not had to do a lot of hard labor. So out of everyone there who's grizzled and awful looking, he seems to be the one who got out of this a little bit unscathed.
Sexy
So, like-
Old is the name of my Rolling Stones cover band.
Yeah.
So, like,
He has
Burt
that
Reynolds,
very like
basically.
George Clooney look. He has that
Yeah.
like George Clooney, like
Clooney?
he keeps aging relative. He keeps aging, but for some reason you're like, he's still attractive.
Fuck off, Jesse. This is bullshit. You can't do this to me.
He definitely, he's not like, he just has his shirt open a little bit and he doesn't look too terrible. The problem is that, yeah, Fern notices this is messed up. There's like bodies about, and every one of them sleeping. And yeah, Frank, he's laying in the middle of it.
Okay. So, wow. What a pickle.
As you cough, one of the young men in front of you opens his eyes and looks up at you. And he like looks at you kind of quizzically, and he clearly has never seen you before. He doesn't know who you are. He just like looks at you and then looks up at Frank and then looks back at you.
Can you wake him up for me?
Sure. This guy stands up, and you can see that he laying down on the ground, it was hard for you to notice, but standing up, you can see that all of them, while not as grizzled and sort of worn down by this world as the older people here, they're very emaciated. It's not a healthy thin these people are. Laying down on the ground, it was hard for you to tell, but when he stands, you can see like, as he stands up like in front of you, you can see kind of like bones, and it's their diet has been very restrictive, and he looks at you and sort of like moves over all the other bodies and pushes Frank a little bit, and Frank pops awake. He's like, "What?" and slaps the guy. And he sort of falls down, and a tear runs down his eye, and he like cuddles up in a corner with one of the other people there who holds him. And Frank looks at him as though he's going to strike him again, and then he notices that you're in the room and turns. And he's like, "Fern, oh God, hello, dear. What? Today's the big day, yes?"
I just wanted to come in and tell you that we're going, and I just thought you might want to know.
Oh, do you know exactly where to go, dear?
And that's why another reason I wanted to ask if maybe you could point us in the right direction.
Rose, sweetheart, will you show her? And one of the young women sort of gets from under all the different covers and sort of comes up to you and draws a map on the ground in the dirt. And as you can see, it is almost exactly where the ranger station was in the forest.
Oh. All right. Well, mighty helpful of you folks. Thank you very much. We'll be taking our leave. We took a couple things, if that's okay.
Oh, it's fine,
Goggles
dear.
and stuff.
Remember,
Okay.
remember, I need parts. Whatever you can find. Metals, strange gizmos, I'll take all of it. Who knows what it'll be used for?
Oh, okay, Frank. Well, sorry to have disturbed you. We're going. Bye-bye, everybody.
They like several of them wave to you. Even the guy who got slapped, like with a tears, like waves. And as you turn around to leave and go back towards Samantha, you hear Frank sort of like call some of the people over to him, and you close the curtain behind you.
What an ordeal.
You and Sam are standing in sort of this open area that is where you met Frank before. What do the two of you do?
Sam.
Yeah. He was naked, right?
He was
Actually,
no, he wasn't, but it was also like there were so many people around him. Like there were like five, there had to be like 50 people around there. And there were just so many of them. And they were all like almost naked, but they were real skinny. And he was slapping everybody. It was bad. But he was being real nice to me. But anyway, it's the ranger station. The ranger station in the woods is where we're supposed to go.
Oh yeah, cool. I love it there. Okay, well, let's go. I think it sounds better than here, so I think we should go.
Yeah.
Okay. Will the two of you roll for me a what was it? RD12 a 1d12, if you would. Okay. We'll
Mine pop up
do
yet?
a yeah. I see a
okay.
1 and a 2. So
Oh, yep, there's the mine. Yep.
the two of you walk towards the exit, and as you open the door, you remember there are two guards standing there, and they look at you for a minute, and then realize who you are, and sort of signal the way, and the two of you begin to walk down this path. You notice, as you're walking towards the exit of the pool, that this dark hallway you were going down, there appear to have been torches or something here at one point, because there are sticks sticking up out of the walls that were sort of like poked into the wall, into the plaster. And at one point they were lit on fire, but right now they're not. However, they could be again if you
Let's take them.
Take those with you.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, these will be great. These will work great. It's like
These are
the
perfect.
Olympics.
2 more torches. Okay, so at the moment, with your 6 and your 3, the two of you are at max capacity. You cannot take anything else, which means if you leave the facility, you're gonna have to leave stuff behind in order to take stuff back with you.
Oh my god. We'll probably have to leave our saw. I bet the saw is gonna be useless. Watch it be useless. Watch it
I
be
mean,
so
we can
useless.
take it and we can always ditch it if we need to ditch it.
Right.
So the two of you leave the door, leave from the facility out the front door, and you see the streets are sort of paved over with fresh red sand, and the walls of many buildings have sort of red sand plastered on them. Clearly, you've missed a big sandstorm that came through, but it's past now, and the two of you have a direction. What do you do? Where do you go?
North? Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, if
you're gonna head north
we're
through
able
town?
to, yeah. He said the old ranger station in the woods, so that's north of where we are now, I believe. Are we able to? Do we have a way to, like we don't have a compass, so I guess we already know where that is, though, right? We know where the old ranger station is.
You've been there before. It's through the forest. Yeah, you have experience with it. You've been
Okay.
there.
All right.
Sure.
Well, to the forest.
Yeah. The two of you
Okay.
begin to
And
head north.
Fern takes Sam's hand, and they walk
I
hand
was
in
literally
hand.
going to say that. Holding hands as you move forward into the unknown. We cut back to Clarence and Eddie. Clarence, you've been up staring at Eddie and Clarence sleeping. I'm sorry, staring at Eddie and Johnny sleeping. And the sandstorm passes. And because you rolled what you rolled, you were up the entire time. You did not fall asleep. You hear the sand die down and the storm fade away. What do you do?
Go over and it's gonna shake Eddie's shoulder a little bit and say, Iron Maiden sucks.
Eddie starts swinging his fists a little bit, like as he wakes up.
It's okay. It's okay. The sandstorm's gone. You okay?
Was the sandstorm talking shit about Iron Maiden? Because they're about to be gone from the face of Earth.
I didn't hear anything.
What? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Fell asleep. Okay. What are we? Are we good? Are we good to go?
Yeah, I think so. And like go over there and kind of give Johnny like a kind of a kick and like step back in case he starts thrashing around just like Eddie did.
Yeah, you give Johnny a little kick with your foot, and his eyes just open, and he sees the two of you, and he's like, "You didn't leave. I'm so happy." And he stands up and sort of limps his way up, and he's like, "We need to hurry. We need to go. Did the storm just die down? How long has it been?"
Yeah, just now died.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's gone. It's gone.
Good. Maybe we can catch them. Are the two of you quick on your feet?
I mean, listen, I can haul ass when necessary.
I'm not very athletic.
Yeah, the strange thing is that You rolled a 4 and a 1, which is very funny that Octo rolled the 4 and Ken rolled the 1. But that still, at its worst, is a 2 or 2.5 for your average for this. I'm trying to figure out like the best dice roll. But I'll give you, even if I gave you a 2, it's still better than the average of the 1.5 or 1 that Fern and Samantha rolled. So the good news is you're going to be a little bit faster than them. And so, depending on where you decide to go, you may catch up to them.
All right. Well, we're trying to get ahead of them, right? That's the plan.
Yeah.
Well, you're trying to stop them from going to the or at least that's what Johnny wants. Johnny wants you to stop them from going to the temple.
Yeah. The facility.
Right.
And they're in some houses. So, yeah, I guess we just need to try to get that straight line to the best we can, I guess.
Okay.
Is there a road?
There is no road directly from the town. It's off the highway. There is no road directly from town.
Yes, I guess we got to just cut through the woods.
Sure.
Try to get closer to it, but not all the way there. Maybe even wait on them.
Mhm.
If we get ahead of them, we'll have to see.
All right, yeah. So I need all 4 of you to roll a body roll for me. Just straight body. Yep.
Hey.
We got a 1 from Fern. We got a 1 from, oh my God, Clarence. Let's see.
No.
0, 1. All right.
No, Sam.
So we have sort of a montage of Eddie, Clarence, and Johnny leaving this house and walking north. And then as the camera sort of goes up from the 3 of you walking the streets, you can see in the distance up ahead, Fern and Samantha. And Samantha sort of stumbles over a rock and Fern picks her back up and the 2 of them are walking and you hit the edge of the forest just as Eddie and Clarence and Johnny hit the edge of another side of the forest. And Fern and Samantha begin to find their way through the branches and the sort of messed up looking shrubs. And they hear some noises. They don't see anything and they keep moving forward. Eddie is snapping branches off and messing with twigs and sort of trying to find like a cool badass stick to use along with his metal pipe.
I'm just looking for a cool rock, man. Because I've got the melee, I need the ranged. Okay, I'm looking for a cool rock.
Clarence is trying to help Johnny over a log that's in their way. Johnny's legs sort of holding him back. And the group of you begin to move closer and closer and closer towards the same direction, but also getting closer and closer to the facility, this weird temple thing that Eddie has seen. And we cut to Fern and Samantha as they approach the outskirts of this open area where the ranger station was. And the 2 of you step through the forest, the tree line, and you see it before you, and you see that there's a small path leading up a little ridge going to another open area from the ranger station. And that is definitely where the facility is. And the 2 of you stare at it, and as you do, you hear a noise coming from the forest.
What kind of noise
Do we hide? My sneak is terrible.
What does it sound like?
Well, turns out that noise is the rest of you. And stumbling through the forest onto Fern and Samantha are Eddie, Clarence, and Johnny. And they come just almost barging through the forest with recklessness. And as they come out of the bushes, sort of fighting their way through, and Eddie's just whacking plant life with his stick and metal holy weapon of doom. Mm-hmm. They come through, and they're about, 100 feet away from you, Fern and Samantha. And you see them for the first time in a while.
Yay!
It's the boys!
Yay! I'm gonna run over and then hug them.
Oh, is that what you guys?
It was not hugging.
Everybody shut up. How do we know that you're real?
Eddie, ask the shoe for real.
Yeah.
Okay, it's them. They know. All right. They trust the shoe. They're real. Okay, great.
But wait, how long has it been? How many years has it been since you've seen us?
How long has it been?
Not
It's been a
years. I
while.
mean,
A few days.
yeah, maybe a couple days.
And like just kind of like turn around and be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
went
you
to
guys
so many
figured it
different
out.
time periods. By the way, who's this? Hi.
Oh,
He turns and looks at you, and the two of you immediately recognize the face as Johnny.
Wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be back at the... Wait a minute.
What are you doing here?
I had to warn you. Frank is trouble. Frank is trouble. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this.
Yeah, we figured that out for ourselves when he beat you up.
Yeah, Frank's a real dickhead.
Yeah, did
That
you
I
know that
agree
he
with.
surrounded himself with a bunch of bony people? They're like all they're just a bunch of people, and he was slapping them around, and they were all on pillows, and it was real weird. And I woke him up, and he was like, "Oh, it's fine. Just go find me some things." And then he was just like, "Okay, bye. I'm gonna go back to sleep."
did you just
Real
describe
weird.
the movie? I think you
Real
just
weird in
described the
there.
movie Cocoon. But yeah, okay.
Freaky.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, okay. Hell, also, there's a facility. Don't go to it. That's what this guy said.
Well,
Don't go to the facility. Don't
Don't go there.
what's
Yeah,
in
there's
there?
Now we have to because we're
There's-
real curious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious too. Actually, I kind of wanted to go. To be honest, I just wanted to meet up with you guys
I
before I did
mean,
it.
we are known for going to places where there is certain death and
We are-
surviving. That's what we do.
We are
We
notorious.
don't always survive, to be fair.
We are notorious trouble getting intoers.
Clarence, you have to stop them. You have to stop them. This is if they go there, they'll touch it, and if they touch it, then everything will be ruined.
Yeah, I know it'll
What?
turn us inside out or put our
He says
organs
that-
on our head or whatever.
The red eye thing, the evil thing is there.
Yes, the evil thing.
Yeah, okay,
Wow,
but what if-
Clarence. Are you on like drugs or something now?
Wait, Eddie saw the evil, the thing with the eyes, the shadow thing. It tried to take this.
Oh,
take the shoe, right?
shadow. Yeah, the shadow thing.
Yeah,
I
no,
saw it
I did.
too.
Yeah, I did see it. But think about this. What if we're the only ones that can stop it?
Yeah, Fern. How about that?
Or we just get out of here and leave it trapped in here forever.
You're going to stop it.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you're
why
going to
not?
stop it, if your plan is to stop it, we should go.
Do you know how?
I mean,
Yeah,
I've got a holy weapon. I can use that. I mean, it
No, I-
seems evil. So
But
I
it's
don't
not
know how
that
to
evil,
stop-
right? I mean, a couple of us have seen it and hasn't done nothing.
If you plan to stop it, then you won't touch it, right? You won't touch it.
What, Johnny? What
I'm not
happens when you
touching
touch it?
nothing.
Bad things happen when you touch it. You don't want to touch it.
Johnny, what aren't you telling me? Do you have some knowledge of this? What happened?
I've seen things it does to people. I've seen things it does to people. You don't want to touch it.
what does it
It's
do?
like
Does
that
it,
one scene in Indiana Jones where the guy's face melts off.
It's,
yeah,
it's,
that
it's
was
worse.
cool.
Burn, it's so worse.
What did they have to like? Relive all the most embarrassing moments over and over again forever.
I don't have many
That
of those.
Yeah.
I don't know, Eddie. I just if we're gonna go. We should go. We should go now.
I mean, man, this took a 180 real fast. We were gonna be like, "Hey, don't go to the facility." Now everybody's like, "Let's go to the facility."
I mean,
Are you just
that's what
afraid
we're
of
here-
dying, Johnny? Or Does it get
I'm
stronger?
not afraid of dying. Sometimes I want to be dead.
Johnny.
That's comforting.
So come with us. We'll go touch it.
Yeah.
No, don't touch.
Okay.
Why, Johnny? What do you know?
We won't touch it. We'll just go in and
Good. You don't touch
just
it.
try
You
to
don't
talk
touch
to
it.
it. You know.
You don't touch it. You don't. Yes, I'll come with you though. You can stop it, right?
Yes.
How do you think we should stop it?
can.
If you can stop it, then you won't touch it, right?
Damn
Now I
Skippy.
really want to touch it. Right. Yeah, no, we won't touch it. We're just gonna kill it. But you have to tell me how, Johnny. How do you kill it?
I don't know. I don't know. That's why you're here. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here with you. We should go. We should go in. We should go in.
Huh.
We have a saw.
Okay. We do have a saw.
I'll
two
follow. I'll
torches.
follow. I'll follow.
Let's
I don't need anything. I'll follow. I'll follow you.
All right.
Huh.
Who wants to be the leader? Y'all want
Should
to
we get
draw?
some more-
You all want to draw sticks or something?
We should get some more sticks. So we have more torches.
Right now, Clarence is helping Johnny along, and Eddie is wielding a stick and a pipe, and the two of you are overloaded on stuff at the moment. So there's really nothing else you can take.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do have the ability to make torches out of the two wood torches that you took from the homes before.
All right. So Fern gets out the torches
Uh-huh.
and she just asks Sam for a light.
Sure. Sam, you use your magic lucky lighter and set those things up, and they just catch on fire, and now you have lights that you can
Sweet.
use as you move forward. However, it is daytime out here, so right now it's just heat. But yeah, you are prepared to go into the dark if you need to.
All right. I'm ready.
Let's go.
The four of you begin to move up this path away from the ranger station. And before you see a pit you've never been to before, that you've never explored. And it is circular in nature, clearly dug out, and there's a path in it that can support both feet and wheels, like a cart path almost, that winds down the circular nature of this hole. And down below, it is very dark. You can't really see what's down there.
Can I lean over? Wait. Can I? So it's dark. Does it go like way down past where we can see?
Mm-hmm. Like you can see what appears to be structures, like the tip tops of structures, but it's surrounded with shadow because there's no light down there at all.
Eddie goes and spits off the edge.
Sure, yeah. And it,
how far does it
hits
go?
something.
Okay.
You see where it hits. It's not that far down.
Okay.
You can see, but it's like a speck when it finally hits. So it isn't like an endless hole.
Oh, that's far down. It's like the most 15-year-old boy thing to do in the world, by the way.
Sure.
Is there like a ladder or something?
There is a walkway, like a path down. You don't have to take a ladder.
Oh.
It's
Oh, that's easy.
Let me see, like, oh god, how do I describe this to you in a way that makes sense? If this is the, let's say, like, this is, there it goes. This is the hole, like that, and then from one end it just goes like that. Like the walkway goes down like that, but then the middle area is very dark, and so it's like leading somewhere. And so you can walk from the outside and go down and around, if that makes sense. If you saw what I drew, you did. I don't know if you can see that. I know people on the stream probably can't see that. I'll see if I can do it over here. So it would be like this.
I picture it like the northern crater from Final Fantasy VII, where you're walking
Pretty much.
down
Like
the
if this is
outside.
this, if this
Yeah.
is, if you're looking at the screen, like there's the hole, and then there's the pathway that walks around the outside that goes down into it like that. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, and
All right.
it's wide enough that a cart or something with wheels could get through, and it is also enough that the two of you can stand, like two of you can go two at a time down this path, and eventually in the middle is the dark area with all the stuff that you can barely see.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
That's our ticket.
Okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen in the great creepy hole.
Well, thank
Yeah,
God we
man.
got a torch.
Yeah, we got a torch. We listen. All right, guys. We've got a torch. We've got a weapon. But most importantly, we have each other.
That's very
And the
important.
shoe.
The four of you begin to head down with Johnny trailing in the rear behind you.
Ugh.
And as it begins to get darker and darker as you head down, the light from the torches shines, keeping it just bright enough to see what's ahead of you. And as the shadows sort of envelop you, you can see what appears to be a sandstone-like structure. It's tan, and there are weird carvings on the outside. It doesn't appear to be anything you've ever seen. There's no obelisks or statues. It just seems like a large rectangular sandstone structure with a few columns on the outside leading towards an entrance.
Do I recognize it?
You recognize the color of the sandstone, and you recognize some of the symbols that are on the outside, yes.
Okay.
Does Fern recognize it? I doubt she does.
Nope, you have no idea what you're looking at. I mean, you can roll and see if maybe it sparks something that you know from the past, but it's nothing recent memory would let you know.
I mean, maybe something. What would I roll for that? Maybe there's something in her subconscious memory.
Sure. Yeah, you would definitely want to roll a comprehend or investigate. I'll let you decide which one you think is best.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yay.
you don't recognize this from your past. You don't recognize this from anything like that. But for some reason, you remember seeing a movie that took place in ancient Egypt, and one of the many buildings that was there kind of looked like this, but they're not hieroglyphs. You remember in school one day for an assignment, you made your name in hieroglyphs, and so you kind of know what it looks like. These aren't hieroglyphs. These aren't ancient Egyptian writing of any sort, but it is ancient and it is writing. You just don't know what it is.
Okay. I don't know what this is.
I've seen this before. I've been here before. There was a portal that came right here, and she was there.
Wait, really? You mean this was the place? Like this was like the tomb thing?
I don't know. I thought so, but I couldn't really tell. I thought it was like an ancient tomb, like from Egypt, but I don't think so.
I mean, it looks like Egypt, but it's not.
Like not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
that thing where you like wrote your name in hieroglyphs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
Also-
same. Yeah, right? Mrs. McKinley? Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, I
Yeah.
had Miss Weasel. She made me do that. Nobody liked her anyway.
Right. Who
Yeah.
would? She was
You
the
know,
worst.
It's crazy to think about because like maybe there's a connection because you know the aliens built the pyramids, so maybe the aliens also built this. Maybe this is
did
alien
also-
technology.
I did also see some crazy future stuff, so you might be onto something, Eddie.
Look, I'm just saying that maybe National Geographic needs to return my calls about aliens building the pyramids.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
call
get
'em
we'll
again.
get on that. After
Yeah.
all this is over, I will call for you.
Thank you.
In
I
that old
appreciate
that
that.
old report we got from Alistair, was there? It mentioned Egypt. Was there anything like this in there? You guys remember?
I thought that was
Oh,
like
you
during
can-
the daytime.
You can try to roll and comprehend if you remember.
Take a shot at it.
Nothing really rings true to you. You can't
Let
remember.
me ask the shoe.
Yeah. Come on, shoe.
Hey!
Oh my
No,
goodness.
so close.
Oh,
Yeah, the shoe sort of whispers back to you, like, oh yeah, there's definitely a photo or a description of something like this. You don't quite remember, but you know it was mentioned.
Yeah. I can't read, so I don't remember the words, but I remember the picture. Just kidding. But I remember the pictures.
Yeah, there's something there. You remember it being a part of the files.
Yeah, no.
Perhaps?
Shu says that there's something about Egypt. It's related.
Yeah, perhaps that's where the original pair of balls were found.
I know where the original pair of balls were found.
can I be excused? Oh, can we go in? Is
Okay,
there a door or
let's
something?
go.
There is. There's a door right in front of you with columns. And it's less of a door, more of just an opening. But yeah, right ahead of you. And your torches are lighting the way.
Fern grips her torch a little tighter and just starts walking towards the door.
Okay.
Yeah. The five of you begin moving towards the door, and the only thing you can hear is the sound of your own footsteps and Johnny's sort of hobble footstep.
That's creepy.
And Eddie, you are the only one to hear this, but you hear, in.
Did anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
I didn't hear anything.
Somebody,
In.
somebody's saying, "Come in."
Does anyone
didn't
hear
hear
that the
anything.
second time?
Nope, only Eddie.
It's Eddie.
Is it the shoe?
No, dude. No.
Is it the? I put my ear up to the shoe. Shoe, is that you?
I don't know, you have to roll.
Son of a bitch.
No, she doesn't
Shu
know.
doesn't respond. No responses. In fact, all you hear is, man.
I mean, it's okay. I'm starting to get a little weird about this. Guys,
Yeah.
something's talking to me,
What's it saying?
saying, "Come in."
That's it. I mean, we're coming.
I guess.
What's
Is
that
it-
like?
The Sam, in front of you, in the darkness of the entranceway, you see two red eyes staring back at you.
Does everybody see that? The eyes.
Sam, roll for me a heart roll, straight heart.
I'm scared. Okay. Straight heart, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Mary,
say, does anybody
I'm-
see this? And everyone looks. And you can try again if you want.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. You point exactly where it's at. You say, do you see it there? Fern, Clarence, Eddie, you see nothing. Even though she's pointing directly where it's at.
No, Sanders.
I don't see anything.
Well, she's there. Hey, why don't you show yourself to everybody?
You don't hear anything. The only person who hears anything is Eddie. And the voice says, I'm waiting.
I'm going to put my goggles on.
I assumed your goggles were on already. So
Okay,
they're on.
yeah, fine.
It's waiting for something. Us?
The
Okay,
voice.
So you
Why
hear
don't you
something,
come
but
on
she sees
out?
something?
Come on out. I
And more
see.
than
I
one.
see the eyes.
Someone's gonna get touched by something. Someone's gonna get touched. Anybody getting touched anywhere?
No.
No, I don't
But I
feel
hope not.
anything.
Clarence, on the edges of the room, you see sort of a black smoke seeping out from cracks in the wall. It's not a lot, but you notice that there's something coming out of the cracks in the wall of the actual cave itself.
Do you guys see the point up towards it? Smoke? Anybody see this, or is it just me?
Yeah, all of you, if you can roll an investigate or a comprehend, I'll let you do either one. See if you can figure it out. Fern, you see it for sure. You definitely see it.
It's up there.
Sam sees it.
Am I rolling investigate?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Octo doesn't see it. But yeah, Eddie doesn't see it, but Sam and Fern do. Clarence, when you point it out, it's very, very like it's not thick smoke. It is very, it's just like little bits
Vapor?
of black. Yeah, vapor is a great word.
Oh, you guys don't think it's like the machines around town or anything? Do anything similar to that they're making us see stuff?
You can one of you can roll a comprehend roll to figure out the difference.
I got 8 dice. Give it a try.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You very much are aware, Clarence, that it is a smoke and the stuff from town is a fog. It's more water vapor. This is smoke. This is like if it was coming from a fire. It is something you would choke on rather than the fog, which is, you can be in fog and not be like, this.
Yeah.
Well, like this is different. This is a different thing entirely. And
Somebody in the cave is smoking, and out in the city they're vaping.
pretty much, yeah, it's the difference. Yeah. And it's seeping through, but it's not actively coming towards you. But the closer you get to the actual facility itself, the more of it is coming out around the actual facility.
Oh, is it like it's like sticking to us like actual smoke, like anything? It's like the
It
glass
isn't even
getting
reaching
foggy
you.
or-
It's just sort of,
Okay.
it's not reaching you. It's just sort of coming out of the cracks in the wall and then moving up the side of the walls. It's not coming at you. It's sort of going up the side of the walls and then towards the ceiling.
Does
So
it
the closer
smell
you
like
get to the
anything?
actual,
Yeah.
it does not smell like anything you can smell right now, but it does as it comes up the side of the walls and you get closer to the actual facility, the reddish brown dirt and stone of the walls now is black, covered in black smoke as you get closer, and becomes darker and darker.
I think that's like
Everything's-
a spirit, like a ghost or something.
I mean, maybe she's gonna get really big.
I think the correct term is specter, because it's like a
Oh.
malevolent force.
Can I like run my hands on the wall through it or anything?
Sure, yeah. You run your hands through the wall and you feel sort of like a sticky, gross soot. But you also get your hands sort of dirty with the red dirt as well. Like it's sort of layered.
Oh shit! I touched it, guys.
How you feeling?
It's kind of sticky,
Oh.
dirty.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, hi. So you can see where we don't want to go in there, but like maybe you could come out here and we could talk. What do you want? I want to find out what you want.
As Sam says that, the dark hallway slowly begins to glow with light, and you can see there are rocks on the sides of this hallway going down it that begin to glow, illuminating it. And for Fern, Eddie, and Clarence, it is an empty hallway that moves inside. But Sam, you see the distinct outline of a young girl who to you looks very much like Fern, with red eyes, comprised of this dark, billowing smoke, and she just like
Do you see her?
urges you on.
Do you see her? Do you guys see her?
We don't, right? I don't.
No, none of you. All you see is
Really?
a now well-lit hallway.
I don't see anything.
Why don't you show yourself to everyone?
Eddie, all you hear is "Save me.
Save you from what? What do you want to? Is that somebody?
Save me.
Hey guys, something's asking me to save him, or her, or it.
How do we save you?
Come in.
You have to give us more than that, my friend.
That's it. That's all you hear. That's all Eddie hears, at least.
It's not giving radio silence. I'm not getting anything.
Johnny sort of looks at the group of you and he's like, "What do we do? How do we stop this?
Oh,
Can you hear it? Can you see it?" And Johnny very obviously has been looking at what you've been looking at, Sam, and hearing what you've been hearing, Eddie.
Was I collecting rocks along the way?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a really cool rock and like toss it forward.
Yeah, you toss it forward and it sort of skips along the sandstone structure down the hallway and stops.
That's a gift for you.
that was a cool rock, Eddie. That was
I
a
know,
really nice gift.
I know it was a great rock for the horrible shadow demon. I thought it was a nice, would be a nice little offering. Maybe get on their good side.
We can't just stay, guys. We have to go in. We can't just stay here. Johnny seems very
agree.
squirrely.
Johnny,
I
you
think so too.
You could see her and hear her.
Yes,
what did she say to
couldn't you all see her? She said, "Come in." She said, "Come in," and she said, "We had to save her." There's a way we can stop this. I know it. Maybe we have to help her. Maybe that's what we have to do.
How do you think we have to help her, Johnny?
I don't know. That's why I want to go inside. If we can end this, then maybe we can get home.
It's like a tomb. I mean, this looks like a freaking thing you bury people in.
That is true, but I don't see what our choice is. Go back to the cult.
Okay, we're
How else are we gonna get
coming
out of
in.
here?
We're done. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We're
Okay.
coming in.
Yeah,
You tell us
the
how
five
we're
of
coming
you.
in?
Yeah.
The five of you begin to slowly enter the facility, this old looking temple of some sort, and it is a long hallway with these glowing rocks on the side and weird symbols and things scratched into the stone that you can't make out, but none of them look like happy symbols. And as you reach the end of this long hallway, there is a big room completely surrounded on all sides with this sandstone and other scribbles and carvings and weird looking statues that seem to be unrecognizable figures. They're not men, they're not women, they're not anthropomorphic animals. They're things you've never seen before. Things that don't exist on Earth. And in the middle is a altar, and you can see where there at one point were two little slots where balls could have been placed and kept.
Guys, this is it. This is like the original place. What a bit.
As you say that, as you say this is the original place, Eddie, you and Johnny hear, "Not original."
I mean, maybe they were moved here.
Maybe this place is back in our world, and our world's the original.
You hear Eddie, you hear it say very slowly, false shrine.
It's a false shrine?
Did
Is that
they
what?
make this? Did they copy this from the one in the real world?
Maybe they tried to recreate it. Like how they faked the moon landing. And they tried to convince, maybe they're trying to convince the monster that this is its home.
Wait. Did we get the balls from something like this back at the hole? Burns house?
I mean,
No, for clarity's sake, you did not. You got it at
okay.
Yeah, they were where the facility was that was like the experimentation room where they were opening portals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what you know is that
no.
yes, no, they were like literally in the middle of a bunch of dead bodies and they were just on the ground. But you know that the balls you have are the bootleg copy balls. They're not the real ones. Yeah.
Right.
Do we have to put the real balls back in the real shrine?
like we know where that is.
We'll find it for
Hey.
you.
Why don't we ask the voice?
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously reacting to what we're saying. Hey, Eddie, ask it. Wow, I have like 90 questions probably for it.
Let's start with number 1 and we'll work our way up to 90.
Okay. Wait, who are we talking to?
Who are we talking to?
Beginning and the end.
The beginning and the end. Doesn't really help.
That's who we're talking to. Eddie, did you just make that up?
No, I swear. Listen, even though that is really cool and awesome and something I would make up, no, it's not. That's what it really said.
Well, now we know what our band name is.
Like what? What's the that one's scripture? I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Y'all remember Pastor Pete?
Yeah,
He gave out the popcorn balls every Sunday. I only remember it because that was what taped over the popcorn balls was I'm the beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega, something like that. I don't know.
No, I
It's
mean,
me.
I've heard of him. I'm aware of his existence, but not personally, no.
Okay, well, he was all right, but I mean, I just remember the scripture over the popcorn balls. Maybe that's something. Maybe it's like biblical.
Oh my God.
Just ask
Is
if
this
we need to
God?
put. Ask. We'll just call him Popcorn. Ask Popcorn. Do we put the balls back in the real shrine?
Wait, what did I? Oh no, I named it Bruce Dickinson. That's all right. Listen, Bruce Popcorn. Do we have to put the balls in the shrine? What can we do to help you?
Come closer.
Mm.
Did only I hear that?
Yeah, only you can hear it.
It said to come closer. This is wigging me out a little bit.
Well, what does that mean? We can't see Bruce Popcorn, so how are we going to get closer? Bruce.
Sam, both you and Johnny notice out of the corner of your eye that there is a shadow figure standing in the corner, in the dark corner of this room with 2 red eyes watching this all go down.
Hey, Bruce Popcorn. Hey. Hey, will you tell me what you need me to do? And don't say come closer because you already said that. And that's not really sharing a lot of information. So I'm just trying to figure out, do I need to put the balls back in the shrine? Would that make you happy?
Make us happy.
Yeah. Make us happy. You happy. Make you happy. Do we have the balls? We don't have the balls, do we?
Nope, they're powering the portal that got Eddie and Clarence in.
Okay.
Make us.
Yeah, okay. We're going to do that. We're going to do that by putting the balls back in the real shrine in the real world. That's my current plan. So if you have an alternate one, you should let me know. So we're going to go do that.
False shrine.
False what?
False shrine.
Oh, false shrine. Yeah, this one's false. But we're going to go find the real one and put the real balls in it. Thumbs up?
Come closer.
Yeah, see, see, it's not really working for me. And we're a team on this. So, like, as a team, we need to, like, work together. So, I'm going to go put the real balls in the real shrine in the real world. And I will catch you there.
Let's go to Egypt. Let's hop a plane. It'll be simple.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
Lord.
you say, we're gonna we'll handle this. We'll do this. Don't worry, we're not gonna come forward. As you say, you're not gonna move forward. Eddie sort of passes the group of you and begins, or I'm not Eddie. Johnny passes the group of you and begins to move towards the shadow figure in the corner.
Johnny,
Johnny, Johnny.
where you going?
Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey.
He is completely ignoring you. You can try to roll to stop him, but he's moving
Oh,
slowly
yeah.
towards it.
Yeah, absolutely. If Fern's gonna stop him, what do we need to roll?
Yeah.
Whatever you want. How are you gonna stop him?
She's just gonna body slam him, dude. Out of the way.
Yeah.
All right, you got a 1.
Yeah.
Let's see what other people roll.
Snap out of it, dude.
That's a 2. Let's see what other
Yo.
people roll.
Oh,
You have 2 other people who can roll. Let's see what you get.
Me rolling body is not a great use of time, but okay.
Yeah, we can see. Fern, you and Eddie try to knock him out of the way and grab him and stop him. And Clarence and Sam try to do so as well, but it's as if he is sort of possessed by something and that he keeps moving forward, and he screams at you you're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it. And he holds his hand out towards it.
Oh.
Don't. But you've kept him at a distance. He's not moving
Fern
forward.
just starts
He's
batting his
holding
hand
his
away.
hands out toward. Yeah, you bat his hand down and he lifts it back up and tries to reach out directly at it.
Oh, Johnny, no.
You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it, Fern. You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it.
God, Eddie, help me pin his arms down to his side.
Okay, I'm on it. I grab his arms.
Yeah, you sort of pin
God,
him down,
seriously,
and he's
dude.
staring. He's staring straight ahead at this thing, and then it sort of fades away. Sam, you and Johnny see it sort of fade away, and Eddie, behind you, you hear this voice say, "It's time, Eddie."
Wait, time for what?
It's time, Eddie.
Am I late? Did I miss something?
What? Did it say something?
The lights in the hallway that led you here begin to dim.
All right, we gotta go.
Okay.
Suddenly,
Yep.
Suddenly, Fern, you hear, "Hey, Fern," in your own voice. Clarence, you hear in your own voice, Hey, Clarence. Sam, you hear in your own voice, don't go, Sam.
Guys, I just heard myself.
We gotta go. This is bad. No.
As you begin to turn and freak out, the lights have dimmed completely, and all you have right now is the torches.
We get close
Anyone
to
else
each
just
other.
hear themselves?
Yeah, I just heard myself. I don't like the way my voice sounds. It sounds different in my head, but I think that we should hold the torches, stick really close together, and then back up the ramp.
Yeah. Okay. You know, we should do that, like that thing like they do in the movies where like their backs are to each other.
Yeah.
And then they're like kind of doing like a circular thing just to make sure that nothing can get in the circle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do that.
tell me how you're gonna run. Like, how are you gonna get out of here?
Run?
Give me the descriptor of how you're gonna exit.
Apparently
You're not gonna run?
No.
I thought you're gonna slowly back out together.
We're slowly backing out. We're doing the Matrix thing.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna slowly back out. All right, so describe to me how you do this. In as much detail as you can, describe to me how you do
it. Looks cool. We're like all of our backs are to each other, like, and we're just kind of like backing up, you know?
Sure.
Like, okay.
Yeah, describe to me how you do
it. Exiting the premises because we gotta have eyes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and what do you do about Johnny?
He's the best. Or we leave him to the abyss. I don't know.
Is he like
We should link arms with Johnny. Someone wants to link arms with Johnny so that we can keep him,
drag him out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna drag him.
I need you guys to roll force for me because he will be struggling.
Okay.
Okay. Well, can I roll again?
You can try to roll again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 2 and a 2 there, my friend.
You guys
Awesome.
go.
I just got one.
Did it.
I
You got a perfect roll.
I
You got a
just got
perfect
a
roll.
thing.
I just want to make
That's
sure everybody
100%.
really appreciated what just happened.
Yeah.
Sam kicks him into submission.
As the group of you lock up, you lock arms, and Sam and Fern are holding their torches, and you have Johnny locked in with you, but he is struggling, but he can't break free. And he's like, "You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it." And he is like screaming this as loudly as possible as the group of you, all of you hear, "Stay with me."
So, I think we learned a thing today, and that is to not go into old creepy tombs that maybe look like they were made in Egypt.
Listen, I thought maybe we could fight it, but I don't think we know how to do that yet.
I wanted to go in and see, but I don't think we're whatever it is. I don't think we're ready.
We're not ready for it yet.
Stay with me.
No, not happening. Sorry, dude.
As you move down this hallway, when you exit back out into the cavern itself, the black smoke has consumed all of the walls, and it is now, from your perspective, you cannot see where the passage up is. The walls are all black smoke.
So, does anyone have an acute sense of smell?
Yeah, I smell pretty strong. Oh boy,
Awesome. Can you smell us out of here because I can't see any goddamn way out of this cave, Eddie?
Okay, listen, calm down. That's what the creature wants. It wants us to freak out because I think it feeds on fear or something. Hang on. Can I smell a way out?
Sure, you can try. What the hell is that roll? You tell me.
I have an idea. Let me ask the shoe.
Yeah?
Shoe, which way is out? Shoe doesn't know.
He has no clue. Yeah, as you are out in this cavern, you can see all of you behind you a red-eyed something coming towards you down the hallway. Every single one of you can see it now.
We come down here on the incline, or was it?
Yeah, you're like down. So if you had to imagine the way the outside, I'll try to draw it so everyone can see it when we play here. You can imagine it is like oh boy, it's a little green.
Oh
what we
boy.
get. Column, and the entrance is like here, and then it's a large rectangular like building, and then it's all made of sandstone. And so, and then from it is a ramp coming down like this, and then the cavern as a whole is this big area out here. And the cavern right now, the walls and all of it are surrounded with this dark, thick smoke, and so you cannot see exactly where the entrance, or I'm sorry, exit at this point is.
Okay. I'd assume like we were just walking down deeper into the earth or something. Go back up the ramp.
Well, I mean, you did like this would be the passage up. Like there's the that walkway that's in the drawing above it. It's sort of that ramp that goes up, but the entire walls of this thing are covered in black smoke, so you can't even see the passage up. You don't know where that ramp begins because it isn't just straight ahead of you. It's a curve that wraps around the cavern, so you have to like get on the curve and go up. You can't see that because all of it is covered with smoke at the moment.
Boop, 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 boop. What do
I mean,
we
the
do?
best way to do it, I mean, we just have to find the wall.
Wait,
And then, yeah, what?
can I toss a rock and see if I can hear it hit the wall?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you RD 12 for me.
10.
You have 10 rocks.
Okay.
You can definitely try.
I want to throw a rock and see if I can hear it hit the wall.
Yeah. Tell me the direction.
I guess. So we backed out of the tomb. Behind me. From like not into the tomb, wherever.
Like straight ahead. So
Yeah.
6 o'clock or whatever. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You toss it and give me a comprehend roll, please.
No!
It is not the right direction. You comprehend that 6 o'clock, not the right direction. The eyes are moving towards you, and while the eyes themselves don't grow in size, you can see a black mass coming towards you. And Johnny is looking at it like really intently, and he's trying his hardest to reach out to it and fighting the group of you. Eddie, since you've been throwing the rock, right now it's up to Fern, Clarence, and Samantha to hold him. I need all of you to roll for me a force roll, please.
Oh, what if you don't have force, Jesse? Is body
Well,
okay?
I mean, that's gonna be tough. Body's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
the group of you barely hold on to him, but Fern and Clarence, the two of you need to focus on him entirely to hold him. Sam, you are kind of able to do whatever right now. You can help them, or you can help Eddie find the way out. But this thing's coming for you. It is very slowly enveloping the hallway and moving in your direction, and it will be on you soon. What do you do?
So I'll do a rock too. So if we do 6
All right.
o'clock, I'll do, 9 o'clock.
Okay, 9.
Why are we,
So that
why are
would,
we
in
struggling
this case,
so much
that would
to help him anyway?
I know.
Okay.
I actually kind of wanted to let
That's
him
what I was
go.
thinking.
He's not a good guy.
No, he's not.
I mean,
And then we'll know what
I
happens.
understand that
when
we're
we
trying to
touch
help him and everything, but he's really holding us back, What if
I mean,
we
he
just
really seems to wanna touch
sacrificed
it.
him?
Listen, guys, I've been trying to be
Personally?
good guy Clarence. You guys are making it hard.
Oh, we could just ditch him.
Yeah, he did
I
bully me a
don't care
lot.
about this guy.
I do kind of want to see what happens.
What if
He's
he gets
probably gonna
possessed?
get like
Who's after-
he's gonna
Evicted.
die.
He's gonna get evicted.
But then we'll know for science.
Should we let him go, Eddie?
on Eddie, I guess.
I think if we don't, I think this thing's gonna get all of us. I think he's dragging us down.
Oh my God, we're so evil.
Well, duh. We're
I
doing
know,
this for
it's okay.
survival, dude.
I feel you. Samantha wants to do it.
Okay, we gotta find the wall because we gotta leave regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. But,
Yeah.
Johnny, you keep saying that you're not supposed to touch it. Do you mean Fern or any of us?
Johnny like
You're
sort of
not
fights
touching it
with
real
you.
hard.
Yeah, Johnny fights. He's like, "You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it."
Yeah, he keeps putting that "your" on there real hard.
Mhm,
Just sticking out to me.
emphasis. Well,
Well,
Johnny,
what if
who's
I touch
supposed to
it? What if I
touch it?
touch it?
You want to know what if you touch it?
Yeah, that's what I
Clarence?
asked him.
Is that what you said? Yeah, Johnny looks
Yeah.
at you. He's like, "You're not supposed to touch it."
Who's supposed to touch it, Johnny? Are you?
It's Frank.
Johnny just like keeps repeating, "You're not supposed to touch it" over and over again. Like, but more frantically and more crazily every time. As it approaches you, it is very close. Just a heads
Okay.
up, it's almost
Okay.
out of the hallway.
I'm about to let this guy get barbecued. I'm about
All
to do
right.
it.
We gotta
So I'm
get
gonna
out of
throw my
here,
rock.
y'all. Listen, Johnny, take care of yourself. Love you. Bye.
Fern, let's go of him.
Okay, yeah. Johnny
Clarence hangs on
runs.
to him.
Okay, yeah. Clarence, roll for me a body roll. See if you can keep holding.
Can I?
Yeah, he sort of rips away from you, and you sort of grab
Johnny,
some of the fabric, and it rips
no!
off of him. And he runs in, and you keep hearing him scream, "You're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it." And then, as he gets within inches of this thing, he turns around. He's like, "You're not supposed to touch it." And he puts his finger on it, and there is a bright flash, and all the smoke is gone. Johnny's gone. This thing is gone, and it's just the group of you in this cave, and it is very silent.
Are the black shadows gone?
Everything's gone. The shadows, everything's gone.
I got a damn evil giant to deal with.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Maybe.
Johnny? Bruce?
Oh, yeah, right, Eddie. He's gone.
Well, I mean, so's Bruce.
I wonder what would have happened if we had touched it. Would we have gone somewhere
Popped out of
cool?
existence? I mean, probably. Or not. This place probably would have come down, seeing as how we destroy everything we come into contact with.
As you
Yeah,
say
we
that,
do.
as you say this place might come down, the entire cavern begins to shake and rumble.
Okay, let's run now.
Yeah, let's get out of
It's
here.
run time. It's run time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the group of you manage to go up this ramp as fast as you can, and the rocks around this cavern begin to crumble, and the pathway behind you begins to crumble, and you can see the temple itself shake and begin to collapse underneath all of you as you run up to the top. But when you get to the top and you make your way out of this hole, you see it's not just the hole, not just the cavern that was shaking. It is literally the entire town is shaking with an earthquake.
Oh.
And you see in the distance a black smoke rushing towards the town itself.
Maybe we go back to the portal, you guys.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I like that one.
Can we,
Get
can
outta
we
here.
make it?
It's
You
pretty
can
far
try,
away.
it's on the other side of the forest near Fern's house. You have to go through the forest to get there or go around it. It's more towards the school.
Maybe if we go through the forest, maybe we can find my dog.
Oh, yeah. Also, it seems like it's the shortest possible route, and I feel like haste is our friend right now.
Uh-huh.
Haste.
Please.
Wait, who's Haste?
As you begin to run towards the town, towards Fern's house on the outskirts of town, you hear what sounds like rubble or explosions or collapsing buildings, and you see smoke that is definitely not black rising from the town itself.
I don't even want to look at it. I just want to go.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, as you do, you begin to move faster and faster through this forest, and Fern, you hear a noise that sounds like a howl that you recognize.
Jezebel! Come on! Jesse! I swear
Yeah,
to God, dog, I'm not going to let you die in another portal.
The woods begin to shake violently, like the trees begin to shake, and the earth beneath you begins to shake, and from out of one of the shaking areas of the woods comes a very old Jezebel. Like a much older looking Jezebel with sort of these quill beasts that she has adopted as a family that you met earlier. and the group of them sort of run towards you, and they look panicked, and you can see in the forest trees being sort of ripped out and flung into the air in the distance as this smoke is rushing towards the group of you. It is a good ways away. It's still on the edge of town, but it's coming at you. And it's obvious the animals of this world are freaking out. You can see above you the pterodactyls flying the opposite direction away from this thing.
We're bringing the quilbies with us.
Heck yeah. Always wanted one.
We're bringing them with us. Okay, come on, guys, let's go. Come on,
Okay,
Jesse.
all right. Here we go.
Come on, girl. Rally up your friends. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Actually, can Fern carry Jezebel?
You can, but Jezebel's old and big. Jezebel's a big dog, so you can, but you also would have to drop your axe, your knives, your saw, your goggles, your torches.
What I'm saying is she like arthritic, or can she run?
She can run, but you don't know how fast. You haven't seen her run in a while.
Okay. All right, I will drop this entire backpack if you need to come with me. So let's just go. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
All right.
Run with us. Come on.
The group of you continues, and you move on as fast as you can through the woods, and you can hear behind you trees uprooting. And as you get closer to the town, you can hear screams. Like, you can hear dreadful screams, and screams being cut off, and what sounds like people shouting and terrified, young people, old people. It does not sound pleasant. And as you look over, you see the pool itself. The building that was the pool is crumbled in on, and most of the streets are ripped up, and you can see sort of the old sewer lines that were there, that water once pumped through this city, are just shooting this brown, mucky water up into the streets themselves, mixing with the red dust on the ground. It looks bad. It is bad, but you still have time to make it to the portal.
Let's go.
Or you can go try to help people. Your call.
No, the king is dead.
What's wrong with the
Long live
people?
the
They're
king.
all
Run
crazy.
away.
They're in
Yeah.
cult. They deserve
Yeah,
to
they're in a
die.
cult. Let's get out of here.
Sure.
We're going.
The group of you begin to run towards the portal that you can now see in the distance, and behind you, you see the town just sort of crumble down into the actual edges of the, as you've experienced before, there is sort of a fine edge to this world where there's nothing, and the town is now crumbling down into it as if the whole world itself is collapsing in on itself.
Like that one
portal
Stephen
stands
King story.
Yeah. The whole portal is shaking violently, as if whatever is happening inside is also affecting the balls on the outside. Choices must be made. Do you just run through and damn the torpedoes full speed ahead, or do you try to figure out, what's on the other side when you go through, or how to close the portal? What do you guys do? I'll let you decide your strategy.
Fern's, other than her friends right now, number one concern is getting Jezebel and the Quilbies through. Jesse and the Quilbies. I think that sounds like a really sick band, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse and the Quilbies. I'd listen to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda like folk
So she really
rocky,
wants to make sure they get
kinda.
through safely because these are babies, and that's her baby.
Sure.
She doesn't want to lose them. So wants to make sure they get through.
Well,
All right.
I think I'll run, and then as soon as we get them all through, we'll shut it off.
Yeah. As you begin to run towards this portal as fast as you can, the Quilbies are a little ahead of you because they see what appears to be safe to them, and they start jumping through the portal into
Yay.
Fern's, into the Wiz Life van, and the door, you can see it burst open, and they're sort of piling up inside this thing. And the group of you move closer and closer, and as you do, you see behind you this smoke has gotten very, very close, and it's moving towards you rapidly. And as you jump through, I need all of you to roll for me if you can do both of these things, do me a body roll and a comprehend roll.
I don't have comprehend. So
Just give me the roll anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So we all need to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Can I re-roll my comprehend?
Yeah. Body and comprehend.
All right, okay.
I'm gonna re-roll my comprehend if that's okay.
That's okay. Go for it.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to use rolls.
Ooh.
All right, yeah. The group of you jump through, and Clarence and Sam, you sort of like slam into the walls of the Wiz Life RV. You sort of slump down, but you're fine. But you sort of like whacked your heads a little bit in the full speed run. Eddie, you jump through and manage to land right next to one of the quill beasts. And Fern, you jump through as well, but you're the only person to look around behind you as Clarence, who's down the ground, and Samantha, who's down the ground. Eddie, you're the only one left to be able to pull the balls out. As you turn around to do so, you reach for one of the balls to unhook it. Fern, you notice as he does that the world inside the balls are sort of like crumbling. And a blast of red dust and this soot shoots out the portal as Eddie pulls the last orb that's hooked up. But what you notice with your comprehension is that some of the stuff that got through wasn't just red dirt and wasn't just soot. It is some of that black smoke blasted through. And as the portal closes, you open the door to Wiz Life, and all the beasts sort of run out, and the smoke clears. And Eddie, when you look at the orb in your hand, it is essentially like muck. Whatever the orb was has sort of deteriorated, and it no longer is an orb. And you look down at the one on the ground, and that one as well is sort of like, it's sort of melted a little bit. And it's, when you touch it, it crumples into sort of this like muddy goop. The two orbs that you have are completely destroyed and useless. And as you look out onto Fern's property and you see Jezebel sort of rejoicing with these other quill beasts, and you see like Fern smile, you hear in the background this sort of like skittering noise. And along the ground, headed towards town, is a little whiff of black smoke. And that is where we're going to end for today.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So we will see what happens, but let's
do the time warp.
He's dead. Octo's dead.
I'm dead.
We'll see what happens next time. But let's go around this little screen here and see what people are up to in the meantime. Ken, what are you doing this week, dude?
Man, all I've been doing is playing Grand Theft Auto RP. You know, it became a big thing, and I was like, everybody's doing that. And then I tried it, and I'm like, man, I'm having a lot of fun, and I've kind of just been addicted to it ever since. Just like 12 hours a day, every day, as much as I can. That's all I've been doing. That's it. The end.
Yeah, I mean, you're living a great life. Real talk. That's doing the RP stuff. That stuff is hilarious. So
yeah, it's fun. A lot of fun.
Elspeth, what are you up to this week?
I'm also planning on getting into GTA RP. I'm actually going to start probably on Saturday. I've been watching a couple streams, just trying to get more into it, and I have a character in mind, so I'm excited to dive in. And also, I'm playing a lot of Anno 1800. I played that yesterday for the first time. It's great.
Nice.
It's addictive. Oh my god. That and just taking care of my new foster dog who tore up my lamp, and it looks so dope now. It looks like the coolest freaking lamp. My dog made it. I'm so proud. Proudest mother. Yeah. Just looking forward to the weekend and trying to take it easy because it's gross and raining here. So no outside time for me.
She ate your lamp?
She
I saw that.
Dude. There's a picture on
saw that
Twitter.
picture,
I
yeah.
went out today to do some shopping, and I came back, and my lamp was just. I think she has some separation anxiety, poor baby. So she was like, "I thought you were never gonna come back," and my lamp is dead. Rest in peace, lamp.
Octo, what's happening in your life this week?
Oh man, I'm just trying to keep on keeping on, man. I don't know. I've been struggling trying to find something consistent to play on my streams. So I picked a really old Diablo clone from 2008 that I really liked called Sacred 2, and I've been playing that. So that's what I'm doing. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. I'm a big old grab bag when it comes to games. It's like one of those, you know, those mystery brown paper bag goodie bags you can buy at conventions. That's me, baby. That's me. That's me to a T. So come hang out, I guess.
And last, but certainly not least, Morgan, what is happening right now with your life?
You know, we're just making some video games. We did a nice talk at the Games Beat Summit where we talked a little bit about what we're doing.
Nice.
Yes, we're not making a mobile game or anything like that. Everyone keeps asking or assuming they were doing mobile, so we're saying like, no, we're actually doing PC and maybe console and all that good stuff. So, if you want to know more, you can check out that talk, and then I should go back to actually working on it.
I'm trying to figure out if your background has any clues. I see like
no, it really doesn't.
Demonic creature, Call of Cthulhu. I'm just, why would you have those things around the office unless they were inspiration for something amazing?
Because we're nerds. This is
all right, you win.
One of our artists, Dom Queck, does these amazing sculptures. So you guys should check out his website, DominicQueck.com. He's fantastic. So he does these on the side, these cool sculptures. This is from Double Fine Stacking. This is a DM shield that I found.
Oh,
yeah. There's no clues, but you guys can make them into clues and make up theories, complicated theories. That would be good too.
For their new mobile game.
Boy, I can't wait for the new gotcha game from Bonfire Studios.
Oh my god, Mario's in it too. I can't wait.
Oh yeah,
or
that
Flowey.
Was a cheap license. Yep.
Yeah,
it's me, Mario.
Yeah, or I just realized all the different flowers in there. That's a scary vase of flowers. It's trouble. All right, well, that's it for speaking of scary, I'll give a recommendation here at the end. Years ago, I played a game called The Cat Lady. Very weird, very strange game, super crazy. They had another game that was sort of a prequel to The Cat Lady, and now there's a new one out called Lorelei, which I have yet to play, but I think I am going to jump on that because it looks weird and bizarre. And those games, if you want to know what The Cat Lady is like, it is too much. It is the first 10 minutes of that game go from like, this is weird to, oh my God. So,
I actually had to turn it off. Like I played the whole thing. I got so like sick to my stomach. I was like, I can't do this.
Downfall was the other one. Yeah. It's a game. It's a game that is very, very like creepy and weird and sometimes gory, but at the end has sort of like an interesting, almost positive message, which is very strange. Another game that is kind of like that I would definitely say you should check out in your free time is the JJ Macfield The Missing Game. I don't know the full name of that game, but that is a game Swery made it, and the whole concept is you are a character who, in order to solve puzzles, you have to rip yourself apart in order to solve the puzzles. And it is a fascinating game. I'm not going to spoil any of it. I will simply say it's a beautiful game, and the ending is incredible. So that's what I'll say about that. Go find some crazy games. Get weird.
Arc System Works published that. I forgot.
They did, and it's a beautiful, weird game. If you want to know, I like games that are kind of strange, and at the end you're like, that was a weird but fun experience, just like this show. Anyway, that's it for us. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time with an all-new episode. But if you're on Patreon, we have something special planned for you, I'm sure, which is us trying to figure out what the hell just happened. So that's it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.